damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. She lit.
Hey my babies, it's Auntie Trice here with another video for you. If you have not done so, please head on over to all of my other social media platforms and follow me on there. They are going to be listed in the description box up underneath this here video. And don't be afraid to hit the like button on this here video, my babies. That's a quick and free way to support Auntie's channel and push me through the algorithm. I so greatly appreciate it. And don't be afraid to subscribe to Auntie's channel today, because you know you're coming back, my babies, and I know you're coming back. So why haven't you done it? I'm waiting on you. I got my handy dandy phone, and it is time for us to get into the tea for today. Well, let's take this to New York. Well, we got an update on the Daniel Penny case. He has been acquitted for the murder of Jordan Neely. A New York jury found Daniel Penny not guilty of criminally negligent homicide. This comes after they dismissed the second-degree manslaughter charge on him as well. So not only is it okay for police to kill us, it's okay for white civilians to kill us as well. It's okay for that to happen. It's okay for them to have a mental breakdown and go into a church and shoot 9 people up. And then they're taken to Burger King. But we have a mental breakdown. Nobody is hurt in the process of our mental breakdown, but we get strangled to death. Oh, make it make sense. That makes no sense at all to me. And to the Neely family, I am so sorry. Condolences to you. But you know, America, they don't give a fuck about us. They never have. If they will come onto somebody else's land and enslave the people and make them slaves to build their fortitude, to build their comfortability, you know that there's something wrong with this people. You know that there's something wrong with this state of being. You know there's something wrong with this way of thinking. So you know damn well they wouldn't have helped us if they thought that it was even okay to come over here and enslave us in the first place. We can't look for sympathy from our oppressors. We can't look for that. Condolences to the Neely family. We know that this is a crock of shit, because if it was a black man that did this to a white man that was having a mental break, they would have threw the book at this black man. We already know this. We already know this. This is sad. He was dismissed from the second-degree manslaughter charges, and when they dismissed him from that, I knew then. I said, yeah, they not finna charge him. I knew it when they dismissed him from the second-degree manslaughter charges. I said, oh, okay, so y'all not finna do nothing to this white man at all. It's gonna be a big upset for the Neely family. So even though he was not charged for any of the crimes against your family, you can still sue him civilly in civil court and try to get something out of his po ass, because he don't look like he got a dime to his name anyway. I'm just gonna be honest. So you ain't gonna get much there, and you ain't gonna get much comfort, because justice was not served. I'm so sorry to y'all. I'm so sorry. I can't stand stories like this. Let's move on. And we are still in New York, guys, with an update on the United Healthcare CEO killing. A person of interest has been detained by the police. It looks like the manhunt for the alleged killer of the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson, is over. So according to TMZ, y'all, they caught his ass in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That man was trying to run. I don't know where he was trying to go, because he should have went up north to Canada. That's where he should have went. But we know you ain't got no Canada money. We know you ain't got no Canada money. So we know you ain't got no run money. We know that. Oh, po ass. Sitting up here killing somebody out of anger. Cause you're mad. Cause your Cheerios wasn't right today. So you got up and just said, I'm finna kill this mother sucker. That's sad, and I'm glad they caught you. So he ran, trying to get away from New York, trying to get away from the scene, but they caught his ass. And according to TMZ, sources claim that the man in question has a weapon similar to the one used in the shooting. Lock his ass up and throw away the key. Lock him up. Cause that's wrong. I don't give a care if you black or white, in my Michael Jackson voice. Cause if you kill somebody, your ass need to be locked up and throw away the key. I say that for black on black crime. I don't give a damn, because it looked like this little boy white. But I don't know. You never know. You never know, because them others can look like this too. And they can be what? Arabic. They can be Moroccan. Them people can be German. Them people can be Spanish, because Spanish people look like this too. Them pale skinned people. That's how you know those aren't the true people of that land. Because the true people of whatever land they come from is melanated. I can tell you that. I can tell you that right now. But we ain't gonna get on that. We ain't gonna get on that. Anyway, they done caught your ass. And I'm so happy. Yeah, it's finna be eating chicken noodle soup. Not even chicken noodle soup. Them ramen noodle packages for the rest of your life. And for that fake meat that they be feeding. I wouldn't even feed my dog that fucking meat that they got in the prison. They be doing y'all wrong. They should still treat y'all like y'all human though. They shouldn't be feeding y'all that shit. But damn, I wouldn't even feed you that. Probably a candy bar a day. You surviving off of one candy bar a day. Clog up them fucking intestines, bitch. I gotta stop smoking. I really do, but I'm so glad that they caught his ass because you never know. You can't let people like this stay loose on the streets because he get in his mind, oh yeah, I done killed this motherfucker. Who else I'm finna knock off? And then he'll become like a real life serial killer, serial assassin. Get his ass up off the street. He's unhinged. Get him up off the streets. That's it. That's all. To Brian Thompson's family, condolences to you. I hope this brings just a little comfort to you that they found the nutcase that killed y'all loved one. Now let's move on to our next story. And we still in New York, y'all, where a lawsuit has alleged that Jay-Z and Diddy raped a 13-year-old together while an unnamed female celeb watched. I told y'all, Jay-Z, you're next. I knew it. Jay-Z, you're next. Let's start to get into this story here. Jay-Z, aka Mr. Sean Carter, has been named in a civil lawsuit alongside Sean Diddy Combs, accusing them of assaulting a 13-year-old girl in 2000. The two Seans, Sean Carter and Sean Combs. Oh my God, the two Seans. Lord, let's keep going. The accuser, identified as Jane Doe, claims the incident occurred after she was taken to an MTV Video Music Awards after party. It always happens at the after party, and after the party, it's the hotel lobby. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, God, I'm so stupid. Let me keep going. Initially filed in October in the Southern District of New York, the suit originally named only Combs, but was refiled on Sunday to include Carter. Neither Carter's nor Combs' representatives have commented on the allegations. The accuser is represented by Texas-based attorney Tony Busby, who has filed several lawsuits against Combs in recent months, though this is the first to involve another high-profile defendant. Tony Busby is on a motherfucking roll. The lawsuit alleges that in 2000, Doe was dropped off at Radio City Music Hall during the VMAs and approached limousine drivers to access the event. One driver, claiming to work for Combs, invited her to a party later that night. The driver later picked her up and drove her to a house party filled with celebrities and drugs. You gotta throw drugs in there just to give it that eerie effect of what she was stepping into, the type of room she was stepping into. Every time you see celebrities, guys, there's gonna be drugs around. That's the narrative that they're trying to throw out there, okay? Where is the celebs? Because I'm trying to get to the drugs, okay? No, Auntie don't do no drugs. Y'all know the only drug that Auntie do, which I don't even consider that's a drug. That's a plant that if you're so happy to light it, some effects is gonna happen when you light it and smoke it. You hear me? So, no, I ain't on no drugs. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed, though. Where she was reportedly required to sign a non-disclosure agreement to enter. And I ain't trying to say that this is true. I pray that it ain't true. I pray that Jay-Z ain't went out here raping no 13-year-old girls. I pray he went out here fucking little girls like that. But let me just go ahead and throw this out here. Beyonce, in order for you to party with her, it is known that she has you signing NDAs. That's non-disclosure agreements. Y'all got to sign NDAs just to party with Beyonce. So she probably taking a little play out of her husband's book, with these NDAs. I'm just throwing that out there now. I'm not saying that Jay-Z and Diddy did this. I'm not saying that they did anything. This is a lawsuit against them. Okay? I'm not saying that they did it or they didn't do it. I'm saying that this don't sound too far-fetched because Beyonce has y'all to do the same thing when y'all want to come party with her. Y'all got to sign them NDAs before you step foot in whatever building she's in. That's crazy. Let's keep going. According to the suit, Doe consumed a drink that left her disoriented, and she went to a room to rest. She alleges that Carter and Combs entered the room with Combs saying, "You ready to party?" She says Carter removed her clothes and held her down and raped her while Combs and another unnamed female celebrity watched. She also says Combs also raped her as Carter and the woman looked on. She claims to have escaped after resisting further acts, then fled to a gas station where she called her father. The lawsuit seeks unspecified damages. Now, nobody is relishing in the thought of a black man going down another black billionaire, millionaire, trillionaire, whatever you want to call these people. We don't want to relish in the fact of a black man going down. We want to relish in the fact of a predator, somebody who has been a known predator for years, to get taken down. And Jay-Z is one of those ones that was talked about as being one of those predators, guys. So we can't sit over here and act like he ain't do some shit to get where he at now, because he done some shit to get where he at now. Okay, so I don't want nobody thinking that we're relishing and we're glorifying the fact that black men are coming down. No, these people need to pay for their fucking crimes. Now, I do agree that it only should be black people talking about this. Like, we should be only the ones that's, talking about our black brothers and our black sisters and telling them when they fuck up and telling them when they need to get their shit together because we are of the same community. I don't like it when them others start coming in our shit because they don't like when we start talking about they people. That's why I talk about they people every chance I get when I see that they people is fucking up. I do that on purpose because it don't matter if you're black or white. I'm going to talk about you because y'all be talking about us and get mad when we start talking about y'all. But I'm going to talk about you when you do some fucked up because y'all be doing some fucked up shit just like we do. Okay? So I'm not even finna get into it. Ain't nobody glorifying Jay-Z and Diddy coming down but their peers. Literally, their peers. People who are in the same game as them trying to come up just like how they came up. Those are the people that is glorifying and relishing in the fact that these two men are about to go down. Regular schmegular people like me, we ain't doing that but reporting on it and saying, hey, we been knew this shit was happening. We been had our ear to the streets and heard about things like this happening for years. And the chickens have come home to roost. That's all that is. So let me tell you what relishing and glorifying a black man going down, your black billionaire. Let me show you what that looks like. 50 Cent, please come to the forefront. Let me show you what glorifying and relishing the downfall of a black man is. 50 Cent around here trolling Jay-Z right now, talking about, okay, I don't know what's going on, but are we going to still have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend. 50 Cent online right now trolling Jay-Z, but ain't nobody saying nothing to him. But the moment regular people like me report on what's happening to Jay-Z and report on what's happening to Diddy and saying, oh, we been knew they was going to come sooner or later to come get you, just like they did R. Kelly. We been knew they was going to come get y'all sooner or later. Now we relishing and glorifying the downfall of black billionaires. Y'all need to get y'all ass up on out of here. Get on 50. 50 is glorifying and relishing the downfall of black billionaires because he actually wants to be the king of New York. He want Jay-Z and Diddy gone so he can run New York. Stop fucking playing. It be your own people. It be your own people in your own tax bracket fucking with you. Not the regular schmegular folks that be buying your product and still attending the NFL and everything else. Helping you with your bills. We pay for y'all to eat. But you come and you dog us out every chance you get. That's why I said I don't worship these celebrities. That's that celebrity worship. That's that parasocial relationship that I would never have with you ungrateful sons of bitches. Because it be your own people that's going behind you doing this shit, not us. Look at 50. Ain't nobody saying nothing to him. Let's move on. And just like you have those group of haters, those people that relish in the thought of you being down, they actually kick you while you're down. You also have others out there who want nothing but the best for you, who wish nothing but your success and positivity and growth. Lil Duval is one of those people. Lil Duval got on his Twitter account and he came in defense of Jay-Z with this post. He said they put out the most ridiculous accusations and y'all just automatically believe it. And I'm going to be honest. I told y'all when we first started with Diddy, everything that y'all hear about Diddy with these lawsuits, not all of them are true. Take these lawsuits with a grain of salt because they doing it right now to throw dirt on Diddy's name, and they doing it right now to make him look bad. And they also trying to take all his motherfucking money with these lawsuits. I ain't even finna fucking play with you. They trying to take all the goddamn money and they trying to make him look bad in the public eye. They are trying to make it so bad for Diddy that he ain't gonna have nothing to come back to, even if he is able to come home. They ain't gonna let him have nothing to come back to. His reputation is going to be smashed. His money is going to be down the drain from all these lawsuits that he's fighting off. So, yeah, I told y'all to take some of these lawsuits with a grain of salt because some of this shit didn't happen for real. They just want some money out of this shit. I'm just going to be honest. And right now, it's in the best interest to jump on the bandwagon against Diddy and against Jay-Z for the money. For the love of money, it's going to cost you your soul. Keep playing around with that motherfucking money, it's going to cost you your soul. Let's move on. Meek Mill also came on X with some words regarding the Jay-Z news. The goal is to start false narrative to create a matrix web. If you can control the storyline, you can control the matrix. American media is totally unbelievable. I see Jay-Z, a 13-year-old girl 300 times scrolling. It's called programming. Then he came back and posted the wrap up smear. So in layman's terms, Meek Mill is saying that the media is trying to get you to go against Jay-Z, you know, sully his name, throw dirt on his name, make him look like a bad person, question his character, and then get him locked the fuck up like how y'all did Diddy and R. Kelly. I'm just gonna be honest. It's like the media starts this character bashing campaign already before the defendant gets to hit the stand to defend himself. And I don't like that because we are going to get down to the bottom of the truth of this. And I'm just going to be honest. If Jay-Z had anything to do with anything in this lawsuit concerning a 13-year-old girl, lock his ass up. Period. That's it. That's all. I don't give a damn how y'all feel about Jay-Z. I don't give a damn. Y'all look at him as y'all king and this, that, and the third. If he out here messing with little children, his ass needs to be locked up. Period. But let him have his day in court. Media has a way of like smearing people's name before they have their fair day in court, just like they did with R. Kelly and fucking Diddy. They did that. They smeared their names. Yes, they smeared their names with their own dirt, but nonetheless, they did it to smear their names and make them look like bad people. You know what I'm saying? They are some bad people. They got some fucked up ways about them. They some bad people. Let's not, dismiss that. But at the same time, this is why the media does that. They throw your dirt out there in your face in front of the people for them to judge you before you've even had your fair day in court. And I don't like that. I think that everything needs to come out in court, not in the media beforehand, giving people a sideways look at you. And before you even go to court, you are already guilty before you even go to court with the jury that they've already picked out. They've already seen the campaign. They already seen it. They already got a judgment on you already coming into the courtroom. So it's just not fair. You know what I'm saying? I believe that they should have their fair day in court and let the evidence be presented in court on that day instead of out here in the media, in the public, for everyone to see. Okay? So Meek Mills, Lil Duval, several others came out in defense of Jay-Z. Jay-Z actually wrote a statement and came out in defense of himself. He said he's not going to take this lying down. And he says, Tony Busby, you think you going to get him in some shit? Go God damn it, you not. Let's read this statement. The statement reads, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby. And he put lawyer in quotation marks. He's so messy. So let me tell y'all why this was funny. When you put something in quotation marks, it's saying allegedly, pretty much. Alleged, or so you say type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's funny. He put it in quotation marks to be messy. Oh my God, let's move on. What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I would not give you one red penny. Jay-Z say you ain't touching his motherfucking money, period. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one, period. Because when I saw the lawsuit for myself, yes, the lawsuit is out. Y'all go read it now because we ain't finna get into that. But when I seen the lawsuit for myself and I read bits and pieces of the lawsuit to y'all, it's some heinous shit in here that could just hang Jay-Z up by his nutsack and won't let him go. Y'all can hang Jay-Z up by his pinky toe for the rest of his life and can't let him go with these acts that y'all got in this damn lawsuit. So, yeah, y'all need to be filing a criminal lawsuit instead of a civil one. I don't know why y'all sitting over here seeking money instead of seeking criminal charges against this man that did all this shit to this 13-year-old girl. That's crazy. Let's keep going. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? Period. These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. This lawyer, who I have done a bit of research on, seems to have a pattern of those type of theatrics. I have no idea how you have come to be such a deplorable human, Mr. Busby, but I promise you I have seen your kind many times over. I'm more than prepared to deal with your type. So in layman's terms, what Jay-Z is saying, he got the money and the resources to deal with whatever Tony Busby got going on. You hear me? Yeah! You claim to be a Marine. Marines are known for their valor. You have neither honor nor dignity. Ooh, he brought your military status up in here. He brought that you was a soldier up in here. You heard me? Go ahead. My heart and support goes out to the true victims in the world who have to watch how their life story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. He said, you an ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. Go ahead, Jay-Z. Go ahead. And I am not rooting for Jay-Z, guys. I just like to clap back. He clapping back in a professional way. He clapping back in a business professional way. And I like to see things like that for the entertainment. But I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion agreeing with the fact if Jay-Z has done something to a little girl. But the fact that he is fighting this hard, yeah, we know this might not be the story that Tony Busby is looking for. You're going to have to dig a little bit harder than that, fat, because Jay-Z is actually a billionaire. So he got the money to challenge whatever little shit that you got going on. You feel me? So you coming for him, you better have your shit in order. You better have it in order. Okay? Let's keep going. My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. Yeah, he had to throw them in there. You know that. Jay-Z now is considered a family man because of him and them children with Beyonce. But what about that child that you had before them and you were sleeping with that 16-year-old? Oh, okay. All right, we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's keep going on with this letter. Okay? I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. My heart and support goes out to true victims in the world who have to watch how their story is dressed in costume for profitability by this ambulance chaser in a cheap suit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking that all celebrities are the same. I'm not from your world. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. Okay. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe the idiotic claims you have levied against me that, if not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. Oh shit. Jay-Z say he is not one of those. When he say he not one of those, he mean that. He's not one of those. So that was Jay-Z's statement, ladies and gentlemen. And Tony Busby seen what Jay-Z said and how everybody was on Jay-Z's side rooting for him. And he decided to come out with a little statement of his own. Let's read it, shall we? The statement reads as follows. Regarding the Jay-Z case and his efforts to silence my clients, Mr. Carter previously denied being the one who sued me and my firm. He filed his frivolous case under a pseudonym. What he fails to say in his recent statement is my firm sent his lawyer a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, and that victim never demanded a penny from him. Instead, she only sought a confidential mediation. Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff. His conduct has had the opposite impact. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve. As far as the allegations in the complaint filed, we will let the filing speak for itself and will litigate the facts in court, not in the media. And this is why Jay-Z looks at you as messy as hell. How you go sit over here and tell the people that Jay-Z done sent you a lawsuit in a totally different name that you're unfamiliar with? Okay, because you probably don't even know this man's real name is Sean Carter. You think it's Jay-Z because you addressed him as such. You didn't even address him as Mr. Carter or Mr. Sean or whatever. You addressed him as Jay-Z. So you probably don't even know this man's real name. So that speaks volumes for itself. You ain't doing no research. You just out here just throwing these people out here and hoping that one of these stories gonna stick and hit these people. That's what you're doing. That's what it's given to me. And I told y'all I didn't like Tony Busby from the first time when I seen him on Diddy case, when he was on Diddy ass. I said, listen, 120 lawsuits? That man had filed 120 lawsuits against Diddy. Ain't got no proof that any of this stuff is true. Didn't do no research on none of these victims. And now you're claiming that Jay-Z is harassing you and this client when he is only just going through the legal process to get you up off him, and he's countersuing you, and you don't like it. You don't like that he hitting you with that paperwork, and your ass actually got to get up and do some work for once. Stop relying on lies and stop relying on people to crack under the pressure from the public. Because that's what you was relying on. You thought he was going to crack under the pressure like he said. You didn't think he had that type of money. You didn't think he was really going to do what he doing. And he fighting for real. So now you calling it bullying and harassing when, I'm sorry, sir, this is called the legal process. This is called the United States of America. And he finna use these boys how he's supposed to use these boys with the type of money that he got. You understand what I'm telling you? It's not bullying and harassment. It's the law. Learn it, Tony Busby. Learn it. But Jay-Z is not going down without a fight, and I don't blame him. Don't let them do you how they trying to do Diddy. Don't let them do you how they trying to do R. Kelly. Even though I do believe that Jay-Z got some dirt on him. All of y'all do. All of y'all got some dirt. Jay-Z, we know you'd have been on Epstein Island. We know this already. Not Jamie Foxx, or who else? Chris Tucker. We know you'd have been on Epstein Island. We know this. This ain't even about Chris Tucker, though. Hell, we know P. Diddy done been partying over there. We know half of y'all have been over there on Epstein Island. Everybody that have been over there on Epstein Island, you are questionable to me. Let me start there first. I know that billionaires have to do certain things to stay billionaires. They are not billionaires for no reason. They are not billionaires because they're opening their pockets to give it to the less fortunate and give it to charity all the time. They're not billionaires for that reason. They are billionaires because they are motherfucking evil and they have to do evil shit and they step on people's legs. They step on the little people to stay in the status that they are. They done done some freaky shit too. I know they have. They done done some freaky and outlandish shit to be where they at. So that's why he's going to fight Tony Busby as much as he can so that he ain't got to be back to where he was. The old Jay-Z sitting out here rapping out of subways and putting his name, tagging his name on subway stations, hoping that somebody recognize who he is and give him a chance to rap or spit a tune or do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, y'all don't know Jay-Z history like I know Jay-Z history. I will go down the line and tell you everything that this boy did. Allegedly. You know you got to put that allegedly word out there so they won't sue you. So allegedly, he ain't the good man that he tries to make himself out to be. Okay? Jay-Z did some shit. I'm trying to tell you. That's why Dame Dash and him done fell out now. Dame Dash and him don't even like each other like that. And they came up in this game. They came up together in this game. They don't even like each other like that no more. I wish I could deep dive it, but it's going to be a long video if I start deep diving it. But Tony Busby, all I'm going to tell you is have your evidence. Have your concrete evidence on Jay-Z. This is a billionaire we're talking about. He got the money and the resources to stop you from practicing law. Let me tell you that right now. He'll hit you with so much litigation and lawsuits that your grandchildren are going to have to be paying for your shit after you die. Your great-grands are going to be paying for your shit or in all up in your mess after you die. You know what I'm saying? He got that type of money to do that. So you better have concrete evidence. While you sitting over here talking about Jay-Z been threatening you and everything else, you better have concrete evidence of what you say is going on. Okay? Because he ain't going down without a fight. And if you ain't got the evidence and it shows that you're an ambulance chaser, that's it for you, fat. He finna wrap your career up. It's a wrap for your ass. It's a wrap. That's it. That's all. And a disclaimer. I am in no way, shape, form, or fashion going up for Jay-Z or standing up or taking up for Jay-Z. I am not a fan of Jay-Z. I am a fan and a person of right and wrong. If Jay-Z did what he did to this girl and Tony Busby got him a client that, you know, with concrete evidence and he can stick this to Jay-Z, Jay-Z deserves to get the book thrown at him because I know this motherfucker done some stuff to children before. Foxy Brown, she don't want to come out and say nothing, but I know you done touched that woman. She a woman now, but she was a little girl when she started dealing with you. You done touched that woman. You sitting right here talking about you ain't started fucking with Beyonce till she was 18, 19, but y'all been hanging out ever since she was like 16. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Jay-Z, I know you a nasty little something, so I'm not happing up for you, but right is right and wrong is wrong. So if Tony Busby ain't got nothing on you, he need to leave you alone. If he ain't got nothing on you and if this story ain't true, he need to leave you alone and you need to go ahead and wipe his ass up on out of here. Legally. Let me say that. Legally. Because y'all motherfuckers take what I say and take that shit literal. And it been when it hurt somebody for real. Been when it hurt somebody. And that's not even what I'm talking about. I said legally. You heard me? Legally. So I'm no way, shape, form, or fashion helping up for Jay-Z at all. I'm going to say that again. But I am for right. I'm for right. Right is right, wrong is wrong. Tony Busby, if you ain't got no evidence about this man doing nothing, you wrong as fuck for doing this. But if you got the evidence, push it forward. Get his ass locked up. Lock him up. I'm serious. All y'all need to be locked up that's been fucking with these kids out here. All of y'all. Every single one, including your president, Donald Trump. Every single one of y'all need to get arrested for what y'all done to these little kids out here. That don't make no sense. That really doesn't. Well, that's all the time that I have for you guys for today. I got some more coming for you later on. You know how I do. Hit the like button on this video because I'm not going to tell you to do it again, my babies. I don't like to repeat myself, okay? Go ahead and do what I told you to do. I love you, my babies. I'll see you soon. I got another video coming right now. I just got to edit it up real quick and then publish it for y'all. I love you. I'll see you soon, my babies. Bye.